It ain't my truck or dirty dog that don't apply to me. It's all my goddamn hobbies don't recognize what I see. Comic books, movies, and all this streaming crap. 'Cause all my hobbies suck now. Gonna throw it all in the trash.
4 Vietnam vets decide to pull the perfect bank heist, but when hampered by their own post-war limitation, it all falls apart. And in most instances, that would have been the movie, and the credits would have rolled and the curtains drawn. This one has a cast that dwarfs the movie to the point that I needed to watch it a second time to absorb the story in its entirety. It begins like any other heist flick, and it has a few plot points that could have been fixed, but 1976's Special Delivery wasn't about the crime. It was a character-driven story about new beginnings, but didn't take itself too seriously. Bo Svensson of 1977's Snow Beast and The Inglourious Basterds from 1978 in the lead is Jack Murdoch, and Sybil Shepherd as Mary Jane, his love interest, of 1971's The Last Picture Show, and in the same year as this film, she starred in a classic Taxi Driver. Sorrel Book, Dukes of Hazzard's Boss Hogg, is a bumbling bank president. Michael C. Gwynn from 1974's The Terminal Man, and 1987's Cherry 2000 is a junkie named Graf. Ed Peck, the forever straight man, a character actor in such projects as Star Trek, the original series, The Invaders, I Dream of Jeannie, as simply the man in the booth. IMDb is so thorough. Garrett Graham from Beware the Blob from 1972 as a street thug named Swivet. And 2 years following his appearance in 1974's Death Wish and later in 1978's Invasion of the Body Snatchers remake is Jeff Goldblum. From 68's Bullet and 73's Papillon, we have Dick Tayback as Made Man Wyatt and his boss, Robert Ito, of Dimension 5 from 1966, which I watched just recently, and The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai in the 8th Dimension from 84. That's 13 dimensions in total. Deidre, Electro-Woman Hall as Gloria. Tom, Halloween 3 Seasons of the Witch Atkins as a cop on the beat. John, Everything that Clint Eastwood directed, Quaid, as one of Mr. Chu's heavies. And from Disney's Witch Mountain franchise, and later 2006's Black Snake Moan, comes Kim Richards as Juliet. And I'll end the list of stars with MASH's very own Colonel Flagg, Edward Winter. This is one that I looked into, and there's no home release, which is a bit upsetting because it's one that I could sit through a few more times, but don't want to rely on YouTube to have it running in 10 years, if they last that long. I'm going to rate this one as quick as possible because I'm pretty sure that it's evident by now that I love this flick. Writers, industry veterans, John Melson and James Edward Grant penned a brilliant story, and Gidget franchise director Paul Winkos added this one to a long list of successes. So that's writing, acting, and directing ratings of 1 each, tallying in at 3 so far. The production level, which included an amazing soundtrack, smartly used, with limited set changes, made for one of the more interesting films that I've seen so far this year, 2024. So a perfect score of 5 for 1976's Special Delivery, and a great example of how doing a thorough search of YouTube can yield some good results. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Goodbye.